Lou Brock was born in El Dorado, Arkansas, and his family moved to Collinson, Louisiana. He attended high school in Mer Rouge, Louisiana. He never played organized baseball until he was in the 11th grade. He learned about the game listening to Harry Carey on the Cardinals baseball radio network, especially taking note of Harry Carey's descriptions of how major league hitters stood at the plate. Got an academic scholarship to go to Southern University in Baton Rouge, but a low grade in his very first semester there encouraged him to try out for the college baseball team. He made the team, but only hit 189 in the first year of college. But in the second year of college, the lights went on, and he hit for a 500 batting average. And Southern University then won the NAIA baseball championship his junior year. Brock traveled to St. Louis to try out for the Cardinals, but the scout that was looking at him was not in town. He was away scouting Ray Washburn, so Brock decided to try out for the Chicago Cubs, and he was signed as an amateur free agent in 1960. Made his major league debut on September 10th, 1961. After not setting the league on fire the first 2 years with the Cubs, they traded him in the infamous Ernie Broglio trade. Broglio had led the league in wins in the National League 4 years. He just won 18 games in 1963, and he was traded to St. Louis for Ernie Broglio. Not a popular trade in St. Louis. The rest of his career is in the record books. He broke Maury Will's single-season stolen base record of 118 steals. In 1974, he's also second MVP that year. He stole 50-plus steals in 12 straight seasons, hit 300 8 times, scored 100-plus runs 7 times. Owns the second highest career World Series batting average at 391, and selected to 6 All-Star teams. Elected to the Hall of Fame in 1985. How did Ernie Broglio do? Won 7 games for the Cubs. Hello everybody, this is Apba Brian with Apba Baseball Classics coming to you from Busch Stadium in St. Louis. We'll take on the New York Mets, the 69 Mets versus the 67 Cardinals, week 4 of the series of the 1960s league competition. We've had our introductions. Nellie Briles is on the mound for St. Louis. He is a grade B pitcher with a Y and Z modifier. Tommy Agee steps into the box. Here's the first pitch of the game. And Tommy Agee hits a ground ball to Del Maxwell for the first out. Shortstop Bob Harrelson, 31 is a base on balls. Harrelson will take first. Fast runner, Cleon Jones. Best hitter on the 69 Mets. He had a 340 average in 1969. We're using the merino boards, except for we use the leather grades for the pitchers. Here's a pitch to Cleon Jones. 16 is a 28. That is a ground ball to Del Maxwell. That's going to be a fielder's choice. They're going to get Harrelson going to second, 6-4. So now Jones is the runner at first base. Brings up Don Clendenin. Nelson Briles is a hard thrower. He's got a fastball and a slider. He was the leader of the Cardinals staff in ERA, 2.43. It was pressed in the service when Bob Gesson's leg was broke by a Roberto Clemente line drive. He also led the National League in winning percentage at 737. Here's a pitch to Clendenin by Nelson Briles. 34 is a fly ball to center field. Kurt Flood is under it, makes the catch, and that's 3 outs for the top of the first. Cardinals coming to bat with no score. On the mound, completing his warm-up tosses, is the young flamethrower from Texas, Nolan Ryan. Grade C pitcher, X, Y strikeout modifiers, and W control modifier. Lou Brock steps into the batter's box from the left side. Here's the pitch to Lou Brock. 1-4 is a fly ball to the Mets left fielder, Art Shamsky, one away. Kurt Flood. 1-5 is a 7. That's a base hit for Kurt Flood. Led the Cardinals in hitting, 335 in 1967. Fast runner at first. Steal rating is F20, so the F will keep you from going right away. Here is Orlando Cepeda, the 67 league MVP for the National League. 2-2 roll for Cepeda. That's a hit column roll. 24 is a double, and that will score Kurt Flood. Cardinals are on the board. RBI double for Kurt Flood. 1-0 St. Louis. RBI double for Orlando Cepeda, rather. Tim McCarver. 42 is a base on balls. Here is Roger Maris. First and second. Pitch to the former Yankee. 43 is a 29. A ground ball hit back to Nolan Ryan. He throws to first. 2 outs. Base runners move up to second and third. There are 2 outs. Here is Julio Javier. .43, well, in the inning, that's another roller back to Ryan. But the Cardinals get on the board. We go to the top of the second. St. Louis 1 and New York nothing. All right, as you see, I'm kind of experimenting with a new presentation. I've got lots of postcards of the actual stadiums. So I want to show Busch Stadium if we're in Busch Stadium. But I'm kind of fumbling around here. We'll see how it turns out. Art Shamsky will lead off the top of the second inning for the Mets. They trail by 1. 53 is the roll. That is a 15, and that will test the left fielder, Lou Brock, who is a fielding column 1. That's a single, and Shamsky is actually going to get to second on an error as well. So single on an error puts Art Shamsky on second base with nobody out. Slow runner, they'll play it safe. Here is Jerry Grote. Might sacrifice him. All right, Grote squares around a bunt. We'll see if he can sacrifice a runner to third. 14 is a two balls and no strikes. Ross has a Z modifier. Here's the pitch. Probably going to swing away. Being ahead in the count, that's what I would do. 53 or 43 is a ground ball back to Briles. Covering first. That's the ground ball to first base, 3-1. The runner goes to third. So the runner gets moved to third. 1 down. Cardinals will play the infield in and try and protect their lead from Ken Boswell. .22 is a single for Boswell. Browse is a grade B pitcher that's going to score Shamsky, and the game is tied. Mets 1, Cardinals 1. That brings up former Kansas City A, Ed Charles. 1-5 is a 9 against a B pitcher. That's going to be a base hit for Ed Charles. And that puts runners at first and second. Still only 1 down. Nolan Ryan. 34 is a fly ball to center field. Runners hold. 2 outs to the top of the order, and very dangerous. Tommy Agee, 26 home runs and 69. Here's the pitch to Agee with 2 outs. 21 is a fly ball to right field, so Browse will escape further damage. We go to the bottom of the second. New York 1 and St. Louis 1. In the last of the second, the back end of the Cardinal order will hit against Nolan Ryan. Mike Shannon steps into the box for St. Louis. 6-4 is a swing and a miss, strike 3, 1 away. First strikeout for the Flamethrower. Del Maxwell. Probably won't be his last strikeout. In fact, might get 3 in this inning. Let's see. 45 is going to be a walk. Maxwell's a fast runner at first. Jerry Groder has a very strong arm. Mets catcher is a +6 to his favor. D9 is a steal rating. He's not a threat to steal. Here's the pitcher, Nelson Briles. Briles will try to move the runner by way of the bunt. 44 is a 9. Fielded by the third baseman at Charles. He throws to Boswell covering, and that is a successful sacrifice. Here's Lou Brock with a chance to hit with a runner in scoring position. Stretch and a pitch by Ryan. 56 is a swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 strikeouts in the inning. No runs for the Cardinals. We go to the top of the third. Mets 1 and the Cardinals 1. All right, Browse will be pitching to Bud Harrelson, the Mets shortstop. 41 is a 28. Hit on the ground to the left side. Del Maxwell's up with it. Throws the first. Harrelson is retired. Here is Cleon Jones. 53 is a 17 that will test the right fielder. Roger Maris is a 3, I believe. Yes. So that's fielding column 1. That's going to be a fly-out play made by Roger Maris. Very talented defensive player out there. In right, Don Clendenin. 36 is a ground ball to Mike Shannon at third to throw across the diamond. Mets are retired. 1-2-3. We go to the bottom of the third. 1-1. Kurt Fledley's off the last of the third for St. Louis. 45 is a base on balls. Flood's a fast runner. He'll be at first. And that is the third walk in 3 innings by Nolan Ryan. Here's Cepeda. 22 is going to be a hit column roll for Orlando Cepeda. 64 is a double, and that's going to score the runner. A repeat of what happened in the first inning, except for Flood there walked. But Cepeda doubles in his second run of the game, and the Cardinals take a 2-1 lead. Tim McCarver. .32 is a 26. Ground out to second base. Cepeda goes to third. 1 out. I might put my base runners in the corners, like first, second, third, so they're away from the dice when I roll the dice. Here's Roger Maris. Like I said, I'm kind of fumbling around with a different presentation. 56 is a swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 outs. Julio Javier. Javier is the 6th place hitter in the lineup. 281 hitter in 67. Here's the pitch to Julian Javier. 3-3 roll. That's a hit column roll for Javier. More damage for the Cardinals. 21 is a double for Julian Javier. Drives in Cepeda. Second run in the inning and third run of the game. Cardinals 3 and the Mets 1. And I'll put the second base runner in that corner. See how this works. Mike Shannon. 2 outs. Javier is at second. Pitch to Shannon. 56 is a 34. That's a fly out to, or pop out to second base. 3 outs. Cardinals score twice. We go to the fourth. 3-1 lead, St. Louis. 300 hitter Art Shamsky leads off the fourth, but before we do that, let's take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard. Around the National League, the 65 Dodgers are at the 69 Cubs. No score after 3. Pirates are at the Atlanta Braves, and they have no score after 3. The 62 Giants jumped on the 61 Reds, scored 3 runs in the first inning, and they are leading 3-1 after 3. All right, here's the pitch from Nelson Browse to Art Shamsky. 45 is a base on balls. Shamsky is on base to lead off an inning again. He did that in the second. Slow runner, the Mets will play it safe at first base, and I'll put the first base runner in that corner. Jerry Grody. 36 is a ground ball to third base. Shannon throws to Javier at second. Over to Cepeda at first. It is a 5-4-3 twin killing. 2 outs. Ken Boswell. .35 is the roll. That's another base on balls. Boswell takes first for the second time in the game. Ed Charles. 44 is an 8 against a B pitcher. That's going to be a ground ball to third base, or actually has a Y, so it's a ground out to third. Go to the bottom of the fourth. Cardinals 2 and New York 1. Make that 3-1. Light hitting shortstop Del Maxwell leads off the last of the fourth for St. Louis. 44 is a 8 against a C. That's going to be a base hit. Maxwell's on. Fast runner at first. Here's a pitcher, Nelson Browse. All right, we know he can get a bunt down. He sacrificed in the second inning. He's going to do the same thing here. Here's the pitch. 31 is a 14. It's going to be a walk. And walks have killed Nolan Ryan here in the game. And that will do it for Nolan Ryan. Manager Gil Hodges will bring in Don Cardwell. In relief of Ryan, he is a grade C pitcher with Z modifier. And the batter is Lou Brock. Brock is one of 4 guys to hit the ball into the center field stands. We talked about that the other day, a friend of mine. Brock did it once in the Polo Grounds. The center field was like 476 feet away. The clubhouse part, that was raised up off the field, I think that was 483 away. But Brock got it into the seats in 1962, and then the next day, Henry Aaron did it. Before that, the other of the 4 was Babe Ruth, who I think did it more than once. And then Joe Eichkalk was the 4th guy, but only 4 guys reached the seats in center field in the Polo Grounds. Here's the pitch to Lou Brock. 1-5 is a 11. That's a hit. And see, Maxwell will score. Bryles will go to, is he a slow runner? Go to second. So we got first and second. Cardinals have another runner on the board. And it's 4-1. Still nobody out, and charge that run to Nolan Ryan. Here is Kurt Flood. First and second. We've got Brock at first. We have a slow runner. We're playing it safe. That's Bryles at second. 36 is a 14. That's going to be 2 balls and no strikes. 1-6 is a 28. Ground ball to shortstop. He flips to second to retire Brock at second. Bryles goes to third, and Kurt Flood is on with a fielder's choice. 1 away. Flood at first, Bryles at third. Here is Orlando Cepeda. The Mets will play the infield back, try to get a double play. Pitch to Cepeda. 56 is a fly out to left field. We have to roll to see how deep it is. 6 is deep. Shamsi's arm is only 26 out there in left field. So 53 minus 26 is 27, plus the speed of Bryles. 32. Chances to be safe are pretty high. Let's see. That is 11 through 62. The throw is going to go to second base to keep Flood there, and Bryles scores on the sacrifice fly. 5-1 Cardinals. Cepeda has driven in 3 runs in this game. Here is Tim McCarver. 55 is an 8 against the seat. That's going to be a hit. Let's see. Flood will go to third. Carver keeps the line moving. So Redbirds on the corners. Here is Roger Maris. There's 2 outs. Pitch from Cardwell. 42 is a 14. That's going to be a walk, I believe. Yeah. No modifiers listed on that result. So we got the bases loaded. 2 outs. And here is Julian Javier. Can Julian Javier put a key in the merry-go-round and really blow this game wide open? Let's roll the dice. 31's a 9 against the C. That's a fly ball to left field. Arp Shansky is under it and makes the catch. That closes out the inning. But the Cardinals score 2, and they take a 5-1 lead going into the 5th inning. All right, we have a pitch hitter for the pitcher, Don Cardwell, the lead off the top of the fifth inning for the Mets. That's Ed Kranepool. Here's the pitch from Nelson Briles. 42 is a 41. Ground ball back to Briles, but he throws it away, and Kranepool will get the second on the error by the pitcher, Briles. That's a two-base error on the pitcher, and we got a slow runner at second, so the Mets will play it safe. Tommy Agee steps into the box. Here's the pitch to Tommy Agee. 25 is a 10 against the B. That's a base hit for Tommy Agee. That sends the runner to third. Mets have men on the corners. No outs. Bud Harrelson. Infield's playing back for St. Louis, 65-35. That's going to be a foul out to Mike Shannon at third base. One down. Third place hitter, Cleon Jones, comes to bat. 53 is a 17. Ball's hit to right field. Roger Maris is a fielding column 1. And that is a fly out to Maris. Makes a good play out there. Runners hold. Oh, wait a minute. I'm reading the wrong page. That is a single. A single and an error by Maris. So a run scores. Agee goes to third. And the batter Clendenin, or Jones, goes to second. 5-2 Cardinals. And now men on second and third. Briles like to stay in the game, get these next two outs, so he can qualify for a win. Here's Don Clendenin, first baseman for the Mets. The pitch to Clendenin, 42, is a 22. That will be a test of the catcher, McCarver. He's a 8. Filling column 1. That is a ground ball towards the shortstop that hits the batter. And it hits the runner, who is Cleon Jones, and so Jones is going to be out, and the other runner holds at third. So we have first and third. Don't know how you would score that. That would be like kind of like a fielder's choice, maybe a ball choice, hitting the runner. So this is just a guess, but I think the assist would go to the shortstop. And, of course, Clendenin's going to be at first now. Agee's at third. There are two outs. And here is Art Shamsky. .54 is a fly ball to Roger Maris in right field. That'll close out the inning. The Mets and all that activity only get one run. We go to the bottom of the fifth. St. Louis 5 and New York 2. The new pitcher for the Mets is Ron Taylor. He is a grade B pitcher with a Z modifier. Taylor pitched on 2 World Series winning teams. He pitched on the 64 Cardinals. And then, of course, the 69 Mets. He's got Mike Shannon leading off for the Cardinals. Pitch to Mike Shannon, 51, is a 9 against the B. That's going to be a base hit. Nine hits for the Cardinals already today, and they have several walks. They've been very patient at the plate. Shannon's fast at first. Del Maxwell, the hitter. Six roll for Maxwell. That is a double, and that scores Mike Shannon. 6-2 Cardinals. All right, Nelson Briles comes up. He can bunt and try to move the runner to third. 35 is a 13, strike one. Foul strike. 44 is a 9, and that's going to be a play at third that fails, picked up by the pitcher Taylor. And Maxwell beats the throw to third, scored a fielder's choice. Briles is at first. Cardinals on the corners, still no outs. Here's Lou Brock. Here's the pitch to Brock. 1-2 is a 25. That's going to be a double play. 6-4-3. And that will finish the inning. Go to the top of the sixth. Cardinals 6 and New York 2. It's the top of the sixth inning, and Nelson Briles was a little wobbly in the fifth inning. He had 2 hits committed in there, and we'll see how he does. Can he get through the sixth inning? Here's the pitch to Jerry Grody, the catcher for the Mets. 36 is a ball for ball one. 31 is a base hit for Jerry Grote. Average speed at first. Here is Ken Boswell. 4 runs down. You don't want to just give up any outs. There's a pitch to Boswell. 63 is a fly ball to Kurt Flood in center fielder. He picks it out of the sky. There's an out. Ed Charles. Ed Charles, remember the way he hit with the ace, he had his elbow high up in the air, right-handed batter. I think he stood close to the plate. Here's the pitch to Ed Charles. 65 is a pop-up to the catcher. McCarver's got it. 2 outs. Now, one time with the A's, Ed Charles was very fast, and he would steal some bases. Here is, let's see, Taylor will not bat. Wayne Garrett will be called on to pitch it for the pitcher. 51 is a 14. 2 balls and no strikes. And 53 is an 18. That will test the shortstop, Del Maxwell, who is a fine fielder over there at short. He is a 9, fielding column 1, and he makes the play. That ends the inning. Mets don't score. We go to the bottom of the sixth. 6-2, St. Louis. New pitcher for the Mets is Jim McAndrew. He is a grade C pitcher, a Y modifier. Kurt Flood steps into the box for St. Louis. In the last of the sixth, they're up by 4 runs. 41 is a 28. That's a ground ball to the shortstop. Bud Harrelson makes the play. 1 away. Here's the baby bull, Orlando Cepeda. 35 is a 9 against a C. That's an out. 33 is a Y. That's a strikeout. 2 outs. Cepeda caught looking. Here is Tim McCarver. 23 is a base hit for McCarver. McCarver is 2 for 3. He's also been on base by a walk. Fast runner for a catcher and rated fast. So he's at first with 2 outs. Here's Roger Maris. 34 is a fly ball to center field. Tommy Ajay is under it and makes the catch. We go to the top of the 7th. 6-2 Cardinals. All right, around the National League, after 6 innings, the 69 Cubs lead the 65 Dodgers 1-0. And the Pirates are tied with the Braves 2-2. and San Francisco has increased their lead to over Cincinnati. Let's go back to the Pirates and Braves. Yeah, that's correct. That's 2-2. And then Cincinnati and San Francisco, the Giants lead 4-2. It's the top of the Mets order in the 7th inning. Tommy Agee leads off for the Mets. 6-3 is a fly ball to center field. Kurt Flood is under it and makes the catch. Tommy Agee peels off back to the Mets dugout, the first out. Here is Bud Harrelson. 6-5 is a pop-up behind home. Tim McCarver gives chase, and he'll get to it. 2 outs. Cleon Jones. 6-5 is also a pop-out to McCarver, and that's 3 up and 3 down. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning. 6-2, St. Louis. Julian Javier will lead off the last of the 7th for the Cardinals. He was signed originally by the Pirates, and he had a problem. Bill Mazeroski was the second baseman for Pittsburgh, and that wasn't going to change for at least another decade. So Javier was traded, and it worked out for both teams. He was traded to the Cardinals for Vinegar Ben Mizell. Mizell helped the Pirates get to the 60 World Series and win that World Series. Javier became the second baseman for the St. Louis Cardinals the next 10 years. Here's a pitch to Julio Javier. 32 is a 26 that they ground out to the Mets second baseman, Ken Boswell, 1 down. Here's Mike Shannon. 54 is a fly out to right field, 2 outs. 2 quick outs, and here is Del Maxwell. And 31 is a base on balls. Maxwell's a light hitting shortstop, but he's 2 for 2 today and has been on base all 4 times. A double, single, and 2 walks. Timeout. Cardinals are going to pitch hit for their pitcher, and the batter is going to be Bobby Tolan. And it's the end of the day for Nelson Briles. He goes 7 innings of work and allows 2 runs. Only one was earned. And here is the pitch to Bobby Tolan with a runner on first and 2 outs. 1-3 is a 22 that will test the. Well, it's going to be a hit by pitch. Unless he has HBO 0, he doesn't. So Bobby Tolan, for his troubles, gets hit by the pitch. First and second, Cardinals. Lou Brock. Brock comes up. He is 1 for 4. 14 is going to be a fly out to left field. That ends the Cardinals half of the 7th. They still lead 6-2. Larry Jaster will be the new St. Louis pitcher. He is out of Midland, Michigan. Grade B pitcher with no modifiers. Here is Don Clendenin leading off the 8th for the Mets. They're down to 6 outs. 53 is a 20. 20 will test the second baseman, Julio Javier. Javier's fielding rating is an 8, which is fielding column 1. Base hit. Couldn't get to it. That is a single for Clendenin. Fast runner at first. Brings up a 300 hitter in Art Shamsky. (6-4) is a base on balls. They get another runner on. They can get the tie and run to the plate. Here's Jerry Grote. (61) is a 24. That's going to be a ground ball to Javier at second. He flips to Maxwell over to Cepeda for 6-3 double play. The runner goes to third, but that severely dampens the threat. And it's 2 outs now, the runner on third. Ken Boswell. 3-6 is a 12. And the 12 with the man on third is a fly out to right field. Three outs, we go to the bottom of the eighth. Cardinals 6 and the Mets 2. Here it's Kurt Flood leading off the eighth for St. Louis. 33 is a base hit for Flood. All right, he is an F20 stealing. And let's see. After the seventh inning, he can go if they're down by a run through up by 2 runs. They're up by 4, so he's not going to be taking off. Orlando Cepeda. McAndrew goes into a stretch. Here's the pitch. 21 is a fly ball to right field. Cleon Jones is under it and makes the catch. One down. Catcher Tim McCarver. 64 is a 38. Ball 1. .23 is a 26. That's a ground ball to second base. Boswell throws to Harrelson, and that retires Flood. McCarver's at first. Fielder's choice. Fast runner, 2 outs now. Roger Maris. Low for 3, he has been on with a walk. 42 is another base on balls. And Mets pitching today has walked 9 Cardinals. Julian Javier. Cardinals, on the other hand, have walked only 3 Mets. Let's see. Here's the pitch to Javier. First and second. 2 outs. 1-6 is a 28. That's a ground out to the shortstop. Ends the 8th inning. We go to the top of the 9th. St. Louis 6 and New York 2. All right, little Joe Horner sat in a corner until it's time to pitch in the 9th. He is the closer for the Cardinals, 15 saves on the year. And now he's on the hill to face Ed Charles, a pitch hitter, and then the top of the Mets order. He's got a 4-run lead. Here's the pitch to Ed Charles. 63 is a fly ball to center field. Kurt Flood has it in range and makes the catch. Pitch hitter for New York in the 9th is Rod Gasper. Reserve outfielder. Here's the pitch. 3-4 is a fly ball to Kurt Flood in center. That's 2 outs. Final chance for the Mets is Tommy Agee, former Chicago White Sox. 1-2 is a 25 hit on the ground to second base. Julio Javier is up. Nope, that's an X. Horner's got the X. That's a strikeout. And that's the end of the ball game. The final score, St. Louis Cardinals 6 and the New York Mets 2. We'll be back with a wrap-up. The Mets scored 2 runs on 7 hits and committed no errors. Cardinals scored 6 runs on 10 hits and committed 2 errors. The winning pitcher was Nelson Briles, who went 7 innings and allowed 1 earned run. And the other run that was scored reached base on an error that he committed, but that's not going to be an earned run. And the loser is Nolan Ryan, who goes 3 innings and gave up 5 runs. He really struggled with his control, as did the whole Mets staff. There were no home runs in the game. Star of the game is Orlando Cepeda. The Baby Bull was 2 for 4 with 2 doubles and 3 RBIs, and scored 1 run. But Orlando Cepeda is your star of the game. Let's check the out-of-town scoreboard. All 3 National League games are finals. The 65 Dodgers beat the Cubs 2-1. The 60 Pirates outlasted the 69 Braves 3-2 in 11 innings. And San Francisco held on to beat the 61 Reds 5-4. I'll put up the final standings after the American League Week 4 and National League Week 4. That will conclude everything today. Thanks for watching. Have a good day, and God bless.